Hello everyone, I'm Scott Perry.
And I'm Camilo Colonia. Welcome to Hangar 100.
This is just one of our classrooms here. I actually did private ground in here.
Nice.
But as you can see, you know, pretty typical classroom setup. What's not typical is how we have a CRJ middle console. It's like kind of a sim setup there. And that's really cool to have.
For flows.
Yep.
I love the shirts.
Yeah, from a lot of solo
Solos.
flights that were there. But yeah, most of our classrooms look like this, and
Cool.
they'll have like
The
decorations.
shirts.
Yeah.
Oh, exciting.
The simulator fleet, if you will. These are flight training devices. These are a one-to-one recreation of the Cessna 172 cockpit with real G1000 avionics in there. So those can actually be pulled out and put in an actual Cessna if we
Cool.
need them. So it's super realistic.
It's the same arrangement, backup instruments, and everything.
Everything's
Cool.
there. It even has hydraulically actuated flight controls, so it'll give you resistance, like
Nice.
if you were in an actual aircraft. We have our CFI station back here to mess with the weather, teleport you across the map if they're feeling like they want to do that.
Do they throw scenarios locally or just random places?
Yeah,
just
no.
curious.
We'll do like emergency stuff locally, so you know, engine fire, engine out, maybe like oil pressures dropping or whatnot. So it's really helpful to do that. And the wraparound screen, when the room's dark and you just have the screen on, gets really immersive.
I
so
bet.
after a while, you'll start feeling like the motion, even though it's not a full motion sim.
It'll mess with you a
Yeah,
little bit,
it
I bet,
will.
right?
And-
Do they throw some like IMC
Yes,
go in it?
that's
Cool.
exactly what I was going to talk about next. Like they'll just put you in the soup, and you'll start to experience that. Like, oh man, I don't even know where I am anymore.
Do they throw off your? I imagine they do. They probably mess up with your attitude indicator to see if.
Yeah,
maybe not.
they'll knock out some of your instruments.
Yeah.
So we do that actually out in the aircraft. They'll bring out like a laminated thing and put it over the G1000, except for like
Not
the
post
airspeed.
notes.
No,
That's
no. I mean,
old school six-pack people would just
right,
post
exactly.
notes
They
and-
just
yeah,
put
yeah.
that, but
Cool.
they'll leave you like your airspeed or whatnot.
Nice.
And that'll force you to look outside.
Of course.
They won't even just do that for like IMC. They'll just, if you're like a guy, you know, you're supposed to be VFR and you just have your head inside, they'll put that over you to force you to look outside, which is cool. But you know, they have the standby, so the instructor won't ever not have the attitude indicator to look at. So if you look here on the door, we have the entire layout of the School of Aeronautics as an airport diagram. So this is like copying what the FAA would do with an airport.
That's incredible. So good.
It's really cool. So here we have our RTDs. So these are reconfigurable training devices. A bit of a, not a stripped down version of the FTDs, but you know, they don't have the wraparound screen, but they still have the G1000s and everything. So they have TV screens instead. These also can be put in your logbook, but I don't believe they count towards your hours. But what's cool about these is we can take out the G1000s and put in 6-packs.
Nice.
So you can, some of our commercial students will maybe at their first jobs after graduation might be with a company that flies steam gauges aircraft. So that's good for them to have that familiarity and that training.
Or even mission aviation.
Yeah,
guys,
exactly.
you know?
Like if you go with MAF and you're flying like a Cessna 206, you might not have even a G5 right now.
Exactly.
So you need to be ready for that.
Oh boy.
With the sensor package. It is quite a hefty piece of tech, and it's really cool that our students get to learn how to.
So another really cool thing that we have the opportunity to see, unfortunately not super close, is this airplane up here. So that is a DC-8. Now that is the first big airliner. That is the grandfather. That is the father of the 747. So it's really cool to see a DC-8. That one's from Samaritan's Purse. And from my understanding, they're still trying to decipher exactly what they're going to do with the town of Lynchburg. That's going to have some cool, it's going to be part of the community in some way. So super cool to see an airplane like that in the ramp. Unfortunately, we can't get super close to it because that's inside the airport. But anyway, we wanted to share that with you because it is incredible. So we're now at the last day of the conference. We are at the facilities by the airport, which is the aeronautical maintenance facility. So we just had a tour of where they teach students how to work on sheet metal and engine work and stuff like this. And we're gonna head to the main hangar where they have the dinner tonight and some of the cool airplanes that are in the back. So this is exciting, so come and join us. So another really cool thing is, if you remember, you can go back in some of our old videos about Yankee. So we wanted to tell you and show you who Yankee is if you're not familiar. Yankee is that little blue Cessna 150 back there. So what the A&P students do here, this is the aircraft they use to do their training on the maintenance department. And this was an airplane donated by Hangar 100 and Scott Perry for the maintenance department here in Liberty. So it's really cool and a big honor to see the airplane there and being used to teach the next generation of maintenance mechanics